Hello and welcome to the Keto Pregnancy and Breastfeeding channel. My name's Holly Garcia and today we're going to talk about food aversions, what to do when you just can't enjoy any of those keto foods. And this is one of my favorite topics to talk about because I had such a difficult time. I had a successful keto pregnancy. I tried having a paleo pregnancy with my second pregnancy and would search and search for like what to do about morning sickness, what to do about food aversions. I can't eat any real food. Nothing sounds good except for crackers. How do you do it? And I did not have a lot of success finding people that had actually stuck to their paleo diet. And then again, with my third pregnancy when I was keto, I didn't find people, and I still don't know, even as popular as keto has become, I still don't know of anyone out there who has the information that actually stuck to their keto diet and can help with what to do, how to navigate it, and how to be successful sticking to it. So most of the people you'll find out there, even those that preach the ketogenic diet, just don't stick to it during their pregnancy. And I don't want that for you. I didn't want that for myself. So I learned the hard way. I had a lot of trial and error. Now I run a Facebook support group for keto moms who are pregnant or breastfeeding. And we have over 17,000 moms on there that we're helping with their keto journey. So I've learned a lot from them as well, from the ones that have been successful during their keto pregnancy. I've taken all their tips and I've learned from them, and I've combined them with what I had to learn the hard way and what I struggled to figure out. And so I want to share that with you today and go through what you can do when you have food aversion. So let's get started. I'll increase this so you can follow along. So the first thing to do if you're having food aversions with your keto diet now that you're pregnant or you're experiencing morning sickness and nothing sounds good that you usually eat, and number one question we always ask is, are you tracking and or supplementing your electrolytes? So balanced electrolytes are so important on the ketogenic diet, but once you become pregnant, your needs increase even more. So you have more fluids in your body, you have more blood going on, and so your need for electrolytes increases. And we've found most of the moms on our group, when they track their electrolytes and then increase them or start supplementing more of them, a lot of their aversions go down and they're able to eat a lot more foods, especially protein-rich foods. So I focus on sodium, so tracking your salt intake, potassium. When I was pregnant, I wasn't able to eat a lot of potassium-rich foods anymore. I just couldn't get the amounts of those foods that I was getting before. So I started supplementing with a potassium citrate powder. And I'll put a link below for how I supplement my electrolytes so you can see that in detail, and how to do it safely and effectively. And then magnesium, almost everyone's deficient in it anyway, so taking a magnesium pill at night is very helpful. Okay, so if you're not already doing that, this is what I just talked about. Balancing it is key. So that's number one. If you are already tracking your electrolytes and you know that you're getting enough, there's two options. Do you really want to stick to keto? Is it important for you? So if you don't really want to stick to the keto diet and keep your carbs that low, you could increase your carbs to like 100 grams. It would still be considered low carb. You could still keep to whole foods, but some moms find it easier if they can allow themselves to have a little bit more fruits, or a little bit more carby vegetables in small amounts, because that will help them to be able to get more protein. So having a little bit of sweet potato with their dinner helps them to be able to eat the protein. And really that's the goal. So if it's not going to cause you inflammation, or cause your blood sugar to spike, then that could be a good option for you. It's just to add a little bit more. You're still avoiding sugars, still avoiding grains, but using more fruit and vegetable to help you to be able to get that protein in. If sticking to keto, if you're convinced that it's the best for you and you want to stick to it, you're in like company. That was me. Um, so if that's you, you want to stick to keto. Have you found any protein sources that you can tolerate? Are there any meats that you know you can eat, or are there any, fish or eggs or chicken? Is there anything that you found that you're able to get in, or even a protein powder to do like a shake or something like that? So if you know there are some proteins that you're able to eat, but maybe you're just getting sick of eating them all the time, a lot of women are drawn to comfort foods during this time. So for me, I ate a lot of spaghetti sauce, so I could do ground meat with marinara sauce, and I could eat that with some zucchini noodles or just by itself. Most of the time it was just by itself, sometimes with some cheese on it, some Parmesan or manchego on it. And that I could get down. That was comforting to me. Or any makeover recipes are very popular with our moms. So casserole dishes, comfort foods that are mixed together with whatever protein you can tolerate, all well-cooked protein and well-cooked vegetables seem to be the easiest to get down. Soups and stews. Stick to whatever you can tolerate and make it as comfy as possible. That helps to get it down. If you haven't found any protein that works for you yet, just start focusing on that. Protein's the goal. So focus on different preparations for the meat than what you're used to. So a lot of the women on our page find that thin sliced meat, if they thin slice it and saute it, they can then eat it. It's more palatable to them. Meats that are more well done, even if you like a rare steak, now that you're pregnant, you like it really cooked, you like shredded meats or shredded chickens that are really well cooked, are easier to eat. Salty foods, so very salty meats like bacon or salamis, very salty meats were easier to eat for me during that time too. And then cold. So even food that you wouldn't normally eat cold, like salmon, or I know it's so disgusting when you're pregnant. I have no idea why, but cold foods, cold soup. I liked, cold meat from the day before I could eat. Were favorites of mine. And then custard. So eggs. I didn't like eggs scrambled to eat by themselves. It was really hard for me to eat, but making an egg custard or an egg porridge, using eggs in a shake, I could get in a lot of protein that way, or get in the eggs that way, which the egg yolks are so good for you too. So if you can use whole eggs instead of just like an egg white protein powder, it's going to be even more beneficial to you. We have a lot more tips about managing. I have another video, I'll post the link below, to managing morning sickness and all my tips on that. And you can always follow this channel to see when we have new things come out that'll support your keto pregnancy. Follow me on Instagram or join our Facebook support page if you need any more support or have other questions. Thanks so much, and a very happy keto pregnancy to you, and a happy, joyful baby.